check ambient, mic check 1 2. Check ambient 1 2.
Hey Aggies, how we doing tonight? I cannot tell you how excited I am to be in front of people tonight. I am such a social person. We social distance to be healthy, but this is so nice to be here at a USU event with our other Aggies celebrating Traditions Week coming up, right? And speaking of events being in person, please scan the QR code, put in your pod. We want to be doing more events like this in person. And by helping us keep track of where people are, it will help us keep doing events in person. So we can look forward to events next week, like High Stakes Bingo or the Sweater Swap. Right? I am so excited. And tonight's going to be so much fun. So, speaking of USU traditions, I thought, as MC, I'm Kelsey, by the way, Kelsey Benson, so. So, to start off Traditions Week, I thought I would think of some of my favorite USU memories with events. And to start it off, in my first few months at USU, I think it was the Aggie Palooza. There was a mosh pit on the quad. I'm one for mosh pits myself. And in the middle of it, it starts pouring rain, like unbelievable. And everyone lost it. And it went so much longer than it was supposed to. And it was one of the funnest nights. And I met one of my best friends. So, awesome night. USU, right? All right. So, there's some instruments on stage that we've got here. We're going to have a mix of events up on the screens and on stage. Have lots of energy. We got to support these people. They are so brave to come up here and to perform for all of us. So we're going to start with our first three performers. Caleb Swain doing a poem, Erica Snow doing a poem, and Jared Worth doing a drum cover. Give it up for him, guys.
Hello, my name is Caleb Swain. I'm going to read a poem that I wrote about Cache Valley's city lights after sundown. My brother and his family live on a hill that overlooks Cache Valley, and anytime that I leave their house after visiting in the evening, the view never ceases to grab me. This poem is inspired by another poem by Robert Frost called Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening. So if you're familiar with that poem, you may recognize some similarities with this one. I step out the door of warmth and cheer to brave the cold and snowy drear. I take a moment between strides to gaze upon the valley here. In frozen grass stand I so still, and let the beauty seize my will. The city lights' twinkling tides reach me atop the tranquil hill. Busy thinking melts away, no more thoughts of yesterday. Tomorrow's problems all dissolve, no obligation to obey. My feet move first, walking now. I leave the hill as I allow. I go home and I resolve, I will keep this night somehow. Thank you.
You're a...
Is it working? Yes? Okay, awesome. Hi everyone, my name is Snow. I didn't prepare anything to explain the poems that I'm going to read today, so I'm just going to go ahead and read them. The first one is called Folding Laundry. The sheet parachutes towards the ceiling, crisscross threads bound close to paisley pattern, warmth emanating from fingertip to fabric, grip held tight against the settling of sheet. Creamy cotton crackles static as a spark of energy bolts the gap between material and skin, leaping towards a resting finger, rushing into quiet nerves and unassuming cells, which pulse with mitochondria, nuclei, a touch of electricity spurring already ever-active transactions, within which atoms bounce furiously against each other, electron rings bound to proton core, throbbing outward as they spiral in their orbits bound by space, chaos in the stillness of the cloth. And my second poem, Second poem is called A Daughter's Lesson. A mother always reminds a child to eat all the greens on the plate. She sends her off to school with brown crinkly bag and crisp apples sliced. She does not teach her that when the door closes and screams echo through the vents that she is supposed to say, not the face.
You're a monster! I can swallow a alcohol in her, feel like Godzilla. Better hit the deck like a car dealer. My whole squad's in here walking around the party, a cross between a zombie, a apocalypse, and Bavia. Rankini, which is probably the same reason I wrestle with Kane and JD's in this dumb posse. Consider it to cross me a costly mistake if they sleeping on me. Better get insomnia, ADHD, hydroxy cut. That's the Bavasi. In your game with an AK melee, finna set it like a play date, better vacate, retreat like a vacay mayday. This beat is cray cray, Ray J, H-A, laughing all the way to the bank, I spray flame, taking my team, I placate the monster.
You get in my way, I'ma feed you to the monster. I'm normal during the day, but at night turn to a monster. When the moon shines like ice road truckers, I look like a villain out of those blockbusters. Up to the fire, spit a monster. Blood on the dance floor, Louis V carpet. Fire, up to the fire. Blood on the dance floor, Louis V.
I'm just a product of the cricket onyx. Told them Nick the balls had them just appalled. Did so many things that pissed them off. It's impossible to list them all. And in the midst of all this, I'm in a mental hospital with a crystal ball, trying to see what I still be like this tomorrow. Whisper dog voices whisper. My fist is ball back up against the wall, pencil drawn. This is just a song. They go ballistic on you. Just pull a pistol on the guy with a missile launcher. I'm just a Loch Ness, the mythological. Quick to tell a bitch you off like a fifth of vodka. When you twist the top of the bottle, I'm a monster.
You get in my way, I'ma feed you to the monster. I'm normal during the day, but at night turn to a monster. When the moon shines like ice road truckers, I look like a villain out of those blockbusters. Up to the fire, spit a monster. Blood on the dance floor, Louis V carpet. Fire, up to the fire. Blood on the dance floor, Louis V.
If you never gave a damn, raise your hand, cause I'm about to set trip. Vacation plans, I'm on point like my index is. So all you will ever get is some of the finger, prostate exam. How can I have all these fans that perspire like a liar's pants? I'm on fire and I got no plans to retire. And I'm still the man you admire. These chicks are spazzing out, I only get more handsome and flyer. I got them passing out like what you do when you hand someone flyers. What goes around comes around just like the blades on the chainsaw. Cause I caught the flag but my dollar stacked right off the bat like a baseball. Like kidding, I got them racks with so much ease that they call me Diddy. Cause I make bands and I call getting keys a cakewalk. I'm a player, I'm too stingy for share. Won't even lend you an ear, ain't even pretending to care. But I tell it I'm area of Shabaria, face of my genital area. The original Richard Ramirez, Christian Rivera. Cause my lyrics never sit well, so they wanna give me the chance. Like a paraplegic and it's scary, call it Harry Carry. Cause every time a nigga Harry Carry, I'm Mary, a dictionary. I'm swearing up and down, they can spit this hilarious. It's time to put these in the obituary column. We wouldn't see eye to eye with a staring problem. Get the shaft like a staring column. You can have beat pack heat, but it's black ink. Evil half of the bad beats. Evil that means take a back seat, take it back to fat beats with a maxi single. Look at my rap sheet. What attracts these people is my gangster. Like Apache with a catchy jiggle. I snap chips. You better got a half eat Cheeto. Filling with the venom and eliminate him. Other words, I'm intimate him. I don't wanna hurt him, but I did him in a venerate. I'm murdering again. Nobody will evade him. Finna kill him and dump with the bodies in like obliterating. Everything is iterator. Renegade him and I make anybody who want it with a pin and frame. Don't nobody want it, but they're gonna get it anyway. I'm beginning to feel like I'm mentally ill. I'm a killer, be killer, be the vanilla gorilla. You bringing the killer within me out of me. You don't wanna be the enemy of the demon who enemy of being the receiving enemy. What stupidity it'd be. Every bit of me's the epitome of a spitter when I'm in the vicinity. Motherfucker, you better duck and you finna be dead the minute you run into me. 100% of you is a fifth of a percent of me. I'm finish you. I'm available. You wanna battle? I'm available. I'm blowing up like an inflatable. I'm undebatable. I'm unavoidable. I'm undebatable. I'm on the toilet bowl. I got a trailer full of money and I'm paid for. I'm not afraid to pull them. Man, stop. Look what I'm planning.
All right, can I get one more round of applause for all three of those? That was so sick. Right? Okay, so one more thing about USU that I have discovered over the last few years is going to events is a great way to meet people, and you never know where those relationships are gonna go. My connections class, there was a girl who I met, the leader of our connections class, shout out to Dave Francis, took us to the zoo. It was a great time. And I got paired up with another girl who is now one of my best friends, Morgan. So that was an amazing USU memory. That same year, I became a true Aggie. It was homecoming week, so there was about 2,000 people there. I was in line for about an hour, and I ended up kissing this guy who I'd met a little bit earlier. Me and a group of him and a few friends almost went to Bear Lake at 4 in the morning, and then he later dated my roommate. So, you never know where things are gonna go, right? All right. So, for our next performances, we're going to have Kylie Tidwell doing a poem, Brigida and Company doing a musical piece, and Sadie Magnum and Tucker Anderson doing a musical piece. Give it up for them.
Hi, I'm Kylie Tidwell, and I'm going to be reading a poem I wrote called Every Ordinary Moment. Sometimes I dream I am a river, flowing from one place to another. I dream I am a leaf connected to a strong tree to hold me. I dream I am a mountain, standing still and stoic. I even dream that I'm a snowflake, falling softly from the sky. But I realize something. It's easier to dream of being the impossible than to live in the ordinary moment. But if I wasn't me, and if I was not who I was created to be, then I would not be able to see all that I can see. And that small fact, that small thought, makes every single moment worth it to me. So I wrote that I wrote that poem about just living in the moment and how it's so easy to get caught up in daydreams and comparisons and wishing that life looked differently. But even with all of the dreaming, even though it's amazing and it activates our imagination, it's also amazing to live in every ordinary moment, and that life is so valuable, and the boring parts, the slow parts, and the parts that seem unextraordinary are the parts that are most precious. So thank you.
There we go. Okay, sweet. Well, I'll introduce kind of this song. So this song is a song that I wrote a while ago. And then we just teamed up and came up with some harmonies, and it's kind of fun. So here we go. Thanks.
me. And in no time at all, we were as close as could be. But I misunderstood. Thought we were on the same page of the book. And I still can't believe in the blink of an eye. We went separate ways and said our goodbyes. So I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused. So you found someone new, and I guess that's all fair. But I'd be a liar if I said I didn't care. Oh, this mess that I've made, I fear I've broken your heart. And now I have to watch her heal up those scars. 'Cause I misunderstood. Thought we were on the same page of the book. And I still can't believe in the blink of an eye. We went separate ways and said our goodbyes. So I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused. All it took was one parked car conversation for us to get lost in translation. My overspeculation led to our fragmentation. Now I feel it deep down as I look back on that time. It was you that I loved, but you were never meant to be mine.
Hi, I'm Sadie Mangum, and this is Tucker Anderson, and we're going to be playing We're Going Home by Vance Joy. Under the surface, you don't know what you'll find. Ooh, until it's your time. No second chances, but all we can do is try. Ooh, I made up my mind. I can't see you, but I hear your call, baby. Hold on now. We're going home. If we make it over, don't, we won't be alone. When I see a light shine, I know I'm home. If you're waiting, I'll that. We're getting colder, so far from the shore, they say. Ooh, the world is like that. I can't see you, but I hear your call. Baby, hold on now. We're going home. If we make it or we don't, we won't be alone. When I see a light shine, I know I'm home. Waiting all our life, we won't ever know. When I see a light shine, I know I'm home. When I see a light shine, I know I'm home. When I see a light shine, there's a place that I wanna run with you. Darling, there's a place that I wanna run with you. We're going home. If we make it or we don't, we won't be alone. When I see a light shine, I know I'm home. If you're waiting all your life, you won't ever go. When I see a light shine, I know I'm home. When I see a light shine, I know I'm home. When I see a light shine, I know I'm home. I'm home. When I see a light shine, I know I'm home.
Dang. One more round of applause for all three of those. Right. You guys, those were killer live harmonies, so thank you so much. So, one more story about my experience at USU. This is another mosh pit story, okay? I love to mosh pit. So, I think this was my freshman year. There was a mosh pit on the floor of the football stadium, okay? And I was running late. I was hungry, so I brought a box of chicken nuggets to the mosh pit, okay? Multitasking, right? But I brought too many, and I'm in the middle of the mosh pit, so there's a few people around me. I'm like, does anyone want a chicken nugget? Okay? Start handing them out. There's this guy next to me. I'm like, you want a chicken nugget? He's like, yeah. So he takes one. He's like, you want to come to a party? And I said, yes, because I offered him a chicken nugget. So I got invited to a party, and that taught me that there are really nice people here at USU. So. All right. So we have three more acts for the night. We have Nathan Harvey doing poems. We have Cy sharing a story. And we have Colby Richardson rapping. Give it up for them.
Hello, my name is Nathan Harvey, and I'll be reading some of my favorite limericks, both COVID and non-COVID related. To begin, there was a young lady named Bright who traveled much faster than light. She set out one day in a relative way and came back the previous night. A wonderful bird is the pelican. His beak can hold more than his belly can. He can hold in his beak enough for a week, though I'm damned if I know how the hell he can. A flea and a fly in a flue were imprisoned, so what could they do? Said the fly, let us flee, let us fly, said the flea. So they flew through a flaw in the flue. Now on to some corona-related ones. If corona threatens your life, Commandment 10 could save you from strife. Don't go out anymore or see the lady next door. Thou shalt not COVID thy neighbor's wife. A mosquito with no fear of DEET sought a sip of my blood for a treat. She claimed to alight on your arm is all right, for between you and me are 6 feet. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. All right, I'm real nervous because I'm not good on stage, but like half of the audience I know. So the other half, hello, my name is Sai. I'm going to be sharing two stories that involve my parents, and parents are the worst. Hopefully they're comedic. I apologize if, you just think I'm rambling. But really it's about timing. And everybody knows that really good joke, and it's like, what's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke? Timing. So imagine, like everybody has those friend groups, and there's always that one friend who just doesn't know when to shut up, or like when they shouldn't mention things. You're like, hey, so-and-so's coming by, like, make sure we don't mention this, and then that one friend's like, hey, how about that breakup? And you're like, oh no, this is bad. So basically, my parents are two of those people. So imagine like two friend groups, both of them when like they don't know when to shut up. Well, not shut up, they just don't know when to bring things up. But they married, they had 4 kids, I'm one of them. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not sure. So just a little background, my family always goes to Layton, and we have like a turkey bowl. And most people have like a turkey trot and they run, but my family's lazy, so we bowl. So like all my aunts and uncles, they all like bowl with the adults. Like if you're married, you're in. I'm not married, so I bowl with like my little nieces and nephews and my cousins. So basically we have like this bowling pin, and whatever parents win, you take that home, you write your name, you're like, I was the winner. So my mom and dad won. That was the miracle. Like, there's no way in heck that they even had a chance, but I don't know, I think my aunt like pulled a hamstring or something. But we're like driving back to my aunt and uncle's house. Like my mom's just stoked. She's like holding the bowling pin. She's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And like we're driving, and like my grandma had passed away a couple years earlier, and we're like driving past that same cemetery. And my dad's like, hey kids, wave to grandma. And my mom's like, oh, Shane, why would you say that? And so like the car's just like dead silent. So we're driving for like another 30 seconds, and then my mom's like, well, we won. And she like holds it up to like towards the cemetery, and it's like, oh, this is, lighthearted, and we're all laughing, but we're also crying because we don't know what the heck's going on. So this second one, it also involves the passing of a grandparent. My grandpa passed away at the beginning of Christmas break, unfortunately, due to some COVID-related issues. And my family has this tradition that I feel like a lot of families have. You're able to open one present the night before, and everybody knows what that present is. You get pajamas, and like you're excited when you're a little kid because you're like, oh my gosh, maybe it's not pajamas this year. But it was pajamas this year, and we each like slowly rip it open. We're like, oh no, what is it gonna be? And we start pulling out these sweatshirts, and my brother-in-law pulls one open, and it says, like, definitely needed, #COVID. Like he was able to like stay employed, like he was one of the essential workers. Oh, it said essential AF. And the rest of my family were not essential at all. So we opened up ours. We're like, what are we going to get? Because we're not essential. We stayed home. So we open it up. It's like a bright green sweatshirt. Like you can't miss it. And it says, COVID survivor. And my dad gets really quiet. And he's like, you know who wasn't a COVID survivor? Grandpa. And like that just sealed it. Like my parents have like no chill. There's nothing off the books. Like if something happens, they're gonna tell you about it. And I love my parents, I really do. But yeah, sometimes you just can't take them places because you don't know what the heck they're gonna say. And that's really all I have. So I'm just gonna leave you with that.
Hi, my name is Colby Richardson. I'm a mechanical engineering major, and I like to comedically rap. So here it goes. Let me just start us off by painting you a picture with words, because 1,000 words is worth 1,000 words, if you know what I'm saying. Grandma's, starch, dirt, food. The end. One thing that I don't know, but your grandma knows, is if you know potato O's. Potato rolls? No potato O's. Like your cereal. Russet potatoes, I don't eat those. I just take one look and I chuck it at your window. Baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, no. Those are gross, those should not be considered potatoes. Casseroles, they can feed your soul, but don't forget to wash that bowl. All these fries got me mesmerized with their cute little brown golden size. Twice baked, deep fried, throw them in the oven. How do you cook them? Just look at aisle 5, boy. Potatoes. Now we're gonna take a little detour. You know, I love potatoes, but there's something that's probably more important that's on our minds. It can sometimes be kind of sad, but it can also be fun and rewarding. So here's a second rap about that. This is a rap about first dates. Friend zones can be hard to take. Dating can be rough sometimes, so I made a rap and I think it rhymes. Anyways, please enjoy. Blind dates, don't stalk them. No, they are not Bill Gates. Hope that you made it a double date. Don't kiss, just play some soccer. Or it might just get really awkward. What's your favorite date idea? Geocaching is always good. Drop it on the front door. Nice hug or pull the plug. Or better yet, make a score. Is that a chore? Oh wait, there's more. Text them or just let it go. Keep it super slow. Didn't want to see him. When am I going to see him? Onomatopoeia. Oh, what's your age there? Say a prayer. Mission calls for freshmen, so just be aware. Wait, how many kids do you want? 10? This has been a rap about first dates. Hope you enjoy the production, and I wish you the best in all your dating pursuits and in your life, career, education. But for now, go Aggies.
All right, can we get a round of applause for all of our performers tonight? That rap was amazing, and Nathan and Sai, you are icons in my heart. So thank you guys so much, and I'm honored to be friends with you guys. So that was our POBA for the evening. Thank you guys so much for coming. It seriously is you guys that makes these events happen. You guys showing up, keeping track with events, and speaking of which, please, check up with the Instagram. It's the best way to know about our events, USA events. Look out next week. We have Traditions Week. Like I said, we have events like High Stakes Bingo and the Sweater Swap. So thank you for coming. We have refreshments afterwards, but remember to social distance and be safe. My name is Kelsey Benson, and it has been an honor to MC for you guys. So have a good night. Thanks, guys.